Hi friends and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. Today I'm going to be making the Lemarchand box from Hellraiser. I recently saw the new Hellraiser film and I really enjoyed it, and I especially loved the Cenobites. I thought they looked so cool. This of course filled me with inspiration, so for this year's Halloween make we're going Hellraiser themed. I do need a prop for this though, and it's something that I'm genuinely amazed that I don't already have. We're going to need a puzzle box. For those who don't know, once you solve the puzzle box in Hellraiser, this will allow the Cenobites to come over and show you much eternal pain. There are a few different configurations of the puzzle box. There's lament or life, lore or knowledge, laudorant, which is love, liminal, which is sensation, Lazarus, which is resurrection, and Leviathan, which is power. I'm going to do lament because it's the most well-known one, and it's probably also going to be the easiest to do because it is a cube. I'm pretty sure the original puzzle box, the prop, not the one that brings the Cenobites, was made of wood and brass. This probably would have been like precision cut. I do not have access to those materials, so I'm going to be using thick card and some thinner card with a shiny gold backing. Looking at the details on it, I'm a little bit worried. Some bits look very complicated, but we're going to give it a go. I feel like as long as it's got a good distance read as a prop, we should be okay. One side in particular, there is an awful lot of very intricate detailing. So it remains to be seen whether I can actually do that with a little scalpel. One side does look like it might be a bit easier to do, so I might end up just having it pointing that direction all the time. We shall see. Let's have a little play and see what we can come up with. Okay, so this is what we've got to work with. I've got some plain card, which is reasonably thick, should give me a good solid base. Got some thinner gold card, and I have printed out the actual box design. This one I feel like we should be okay with. This one a little bit more difficult, and then this one is going to be really difficult. There's no way I can do all these little tiny holes. That's just not possible. Same with the small little details. I'm thinking what my best bet is going to be is to cut out the larger shapes and then colour in with either paint or a pen the actual details of it. What I have done is I have glued a copy of the designs onto a sheet of this card. That way I can cut out around these and not have to worry about keeping everything symmetrical. This is going to need to be cut down into 8cm by 8cm squares, and then I've not actually got one of those tools for making it like a 45-degree angle on the edge. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to have to try and do it manually with a scalpel, just because I want all the sides of the box to fit together nicely into a cube and not look all weird. So I think first things first, prepare the cube, because this is going to need to be painted into like a deep brown as well. So we need time for paint to dry. Okay, so I've just realised that I made a big mistake. I copied these designs into Photoshop, laid them out, printed them, glued them to this. This means that if I cut these out like this, it would be flipped. I don't know how I didn't notice this before. So what I have done, I am glad I caught it. Printed them out again, reversed the image, and I have stuck these down. And I've used Pritt Stick to stick it down this time as well, because using the PVA made everything go very, very curvy. Bit too wet. So this is going to work much better. I'm thinking I'm going to start easier and gradually work my way up to this nonsense. So I'm going to get my ruler and a very good sharp blade and start cutting these out. It took 2 days, but they are cut out. I was the most worried about that one because this one's the most intricate. But it's so intricate that I'm going to have to paint in these bits. There's no way I was going to be able to cut them out. So this one ended up not being too bad. This one, on the other hand, oh, never again. I say never again. And I will remember, look at this. My finger is actually swollen, and red compared to the other one because of cutting all this out. But it's guaranteed there will be another project. Something will come up and I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to cut that out card. And I'll have completely forgotten the hours cutting this out and the pain. Anyway, you might have noticed, I'm not sure how well it'll show up on camera, I do have a little problem, and that is that you can see the white, and that looks a little bit rubbish. So what I need to do is I need to nip to the craft shop and get some gold paint and paint on the inside of all these little white bits. I think I will probably also need to get a new paintbrush for this because I don't think I've got one that is small enough to go through all of these little gaps. So yeah, paint, paintbrush. After that, they need to have the little other details put on them. That's going to be in the same colour paint that I used for the box, like inner parts. And then they need to be glued on. Okay, we have paint. We have little diddy paintbrushes. And I need to go around all the edges of this. On a different note, the post came and I'd ordered some Pros-Aid adhesive for the main costume next week. They sent me some Haribo. That's so cute. So this is the company Tilt Makeup. They're pretty cool. They got me the adhesive in good time, so if you do special effects stuff, check them out. Right, let's get painting. I glued all the pieces down with super glue. Yes, I did glue my fingers to it and it took days to get the glue and paint off. I added some strips of thin black card between each piece and then some triangular pieces in the corners for added stability. I'm super clumsy, so I wanted to make sure that it wouldn't fall apart or get crushed or anything if I dropped it. I'm so pleased with how this has turned out. So considering I don't have any experience with this kind of crafting, I am so pleased with it. I especially love the kind of relief effect of the gold card being ever so slightly thick. Obviously, the painting itself, it's not the neatest, but this does have a very good distance read. My paintbrush just wasn't quite fine enough to pick out some of the smaller details, but I think what I came up with as a compromise has worked really nicely, and like I say, from a distance you would never know. I was right in my assessment that this side was going to be the easiest. Where I was slightly wrong though was I assumed that this side was going to be the most complicated. Because I ended up mainly painting this one, the real annoyance was this side. Cutting this out, it being so intricate, literally left my fingers in pain. Would I do it again? Yes, I absolutely would though. It was fun. It was great being able to see the process of it coming together. I'm very much an instant gratification kind of person, and I love it when I can see a picture building, and this project was very much like that. I think this is going to make a great prop for next week's video, which I'm sure you have probably all guessed by now. It's going to be the Hell Priest himself, Pinhead. If you've enjoyed this video and fancy giving it a like, it would be very much appreciated. I do read all of your comments, so anything you'd like to see, let me know down below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then why not subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you'll be notified next time I upload a video. I do my very best to upload a video every Friday. YouTube is saying that you might enjoy this video next, and I will see you next time. Bye!